What's up guys, today is Wednesday, which means hashtag Book Wednesday, the day in the week where I talk to you guys about books. Of course, I am talking about Harry Potter and the Cursed Child by Jack Thorne. Not J.K. Rowling, Jack Thorne. Get this right guys, it's not J.K. Rowling did not write this. J.K. Rowling would not write this shite. Yes, I call this shite. This is pure shite. This is a fan fiction. Who in the right mind would put Albus Severus Potter into Slytherin? Oh yeah, that's right. People who want him to be in Slytherin and people who write fan fiction and put him in Slytherin. Why am I so against Albus Severus Potter being in Slytherin? I'm not. I have absolutely no issues with him being in Slytherin. However, he is the only child of Harry Potter who actually is Harry Potter's duplicate. At the end of Deathly Hallows, 19 years later, he is described as having unruly black hair and bright green eyes, the only child of Harry Potter's to inherit his mother's eyes. So explain to me how the son that is more like Harry Potter, in looks at least, to be sliced into Slytherin. Now, this book isn't all that bad. I actually quite like the friendship between Albus and Draco's son. I actually think that was actually nicely done. However, the issue I have actually with Draco's son is not to do with the stupid rumour they have over him because, well, it would make no sense at all. Let me explain this rumour. The rumour is that Draco's son is actually Voldemort's son and not Draco's. Draco's son is described to having the same blonde hair as Draco. He also has to have the same pointed face as Draco. So explain to me how could he be Voldemort's son? If he was going to be Voldemort's son, it means that Draco's wife would have either have to be transported back in time to have sex with Voldemort before he was killed 19 years prior to this, and then go forward in time to a point where when Draco's son is about to be born, that he's not going to be born and be 19, but he'd be born when he's 11. It doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, did I mention time travel is in this book? What? Time travel should not exist in the Harry Potter world. We already got rid of that in Order of the Phoenix. Introduced into Delphi, who is supposedly the niece or grandniece of Ambrose Diggory, who is the father of Cedric Diggory. He's still grieving over the death of Cedric. Albus overhears a story about how Harry would wish that he could go back and save Cedric from the fate that he got. With the help of Delphi and Draco's son, who I can't pronounce the name of, they go back in time, humiliate Cedric during the Trials of Torment, and turns out Draco becomes a Death Eater and one of Voldemort's top men. Yeah, well done. Second of all, they go back in time again and they completely just wipe out everything that happens. There's one point where Albus is no longer sorted into Slytherin, he's in Gryffindor, and Draco's son doesn't seem to exist, and if he does, they're not friends. There comes to a point where, even in this book, they change history that much that Hermione no longer becomes Minister of Magic. She doesn't marry Ron, but she is the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, and Snape is alive. What? Come on, seriously? Really? You want to tie with that? What? What's wrong with you? Now, of course, we have to get this time turner in order to, let's just see, to go back in all those many years in time. Now, granted, when you go to turn this time turner, it brings you back only for 5 minutes, so you wouldn't get 5 minutes or something like that in the back in time, but still enough to cause a bit of damage. How did they get this? Well, this is the best one. This is one I really dislike. Do you know how Hermione was supposedly the best witch of her time and the smartest of her time, who at 11 years of age was able to have solutions to all those puzzles and quizzes that was at the end of Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone? I don't know why it's a Sorcerer's Stone. Well, yeah, so in order to get this amazing time turner, Albus, Synopsis, and Delphi have to get their hands on this. Where is this time turner? It is, of course, in Hermione's office in the Ministry of Magic. How are they going to get their hands on it? Well, let's just put it this way. They come up with the solution of getting the Polypution and transform themselves into Harry, Ron and Hermione. Now, the next step is, how are they going to find us? This is the best part. This shows how stupid they made Hermione to be. She hid the time turner in a bookcase. What did they have to do in order to get the time turner? They have to solve a riddle that Hermione has written. Granted that Delphi is 19 years of age, and Albus and Synopsis are at this stage 14, so they should have a bit of cop on. But they solve it with ease. I mean, what? Alright, so they get the time turner that way. It's easy for them. It's easy, and it shouldn't be easy. Hermione was supposed to be smart. Why was the puzzle so easy to solve? Hermione, why? Now, a thing that actually really bugged me about Draco's son. Draco's son doesn't actually represent anything to do with Slytherin. He is self-conscious, withdrawn, stays away from conflict. He doesn't appear to have any cunning ability. He doesn't seem to be ambitious. He has really no tie to the Slytherin, traits. He doesn't really have any of those Slytherin traits. In fact, Draco's son is the Hermione of his time. He's extremely smart, which would make you kind of think, why was he not put into the Ravenclaw? It would have made more sense to put him into Ravenclaw. But if they put him into Ravenclaw, the whole thing of this story would never work. So they put him into Slytherin, even though he has no Slytherin traits whatsoever. As for Albus, maybe he does have a bit of Slytherin traits in him, but let's just rewind back to, obviously, the Harry Potter side of things. Harry Potter was only suggested for Slytherin by the Sorting Hat because of the piece of soul of Voldemort inside of him. And that is the only reason why he was even thought of placing him into Slytherin. I do believe that this will be a pretty good play to see. I'm not going to lie. I kind of do want to see the play. I've heard, and from reviews and that here on YouTube, that the play is supposed to be good and the acting is supposed to be unreal. But personally, for me, this is like so bad as a plot, and there's characters here in the story that I just believe that they just kind of butchered. So it's going to make things interesting. I know I'm hating on this, and I'm probably not making a lot of sense because I'm trying to do everything kind of from what I remember from reading this. I do not want to open this book ever again. Yeah, I'm going to give a big for this book, and I do not recommend anyone read this. If you want to go see the play, and you can go see the play, definitely go see the play. And if you've seen the play, comment down below and let me know what you thought of it. This is broken up into 2 different plays as well, which is something I'm totally against. I think this should be like a consistent one play. That means then like you get like Act 1 to I think is the Act 4, and they don't. So you have like, I think it's split up into 2 acts, 2 separate plays, which I think is just money. That's all they're looking for, money. But if I can go and see it, I would go and see it. But I probably would never go see it. And if it comes out on DVD, I might watch it. I might watch it, and it might change my opinion. I kind of want to see it, but nah. It's horrible. It's definitely not even worth rating. I think I did rate it, but it's not worth rating now at this stage. I've reread this since I rated it, and I've just literally torn it apart. And yeah, I will give this like a 0.5 star out of 5. But yeah. Anyway, guys, on that note, I shall see you hopefully on Saturday, which is the last day of the year. So, peace out.